I don't currently have a big reason to have a laptop, so I don't really want one, but this is a potentially nice option because you can actually do stuff with it, change it out, swap components. See what we've got here. They got a 1316 Chromebook edition. I hope that they get into tablets, like legitimate Windows tablets. So you got panels that come off, you have swappable docks for ports. It's just really, really nice. And it's, when you look at it, it's not big. It's reasonably sized and they make it work. You can potentially swap the motherboard in the future. You can change the RAM out, SSD, so you can easily swap to whatever ports you want. That just makes so much more sense. So if you need a full-sized USB-A, you want a USB-C, so much nicer. You want orange, which I would do. And I think they also opened up the specifications and everything for the little docks. So their battery is not as swappable as that Panasonic I had shown with this video here. That has like an actual battery that locks in. But this is fine because it's not a huge effort to change it. You can block the cameras physically, which is nice. So I really hope this works and this survives and this turns into the standard again. Let's see. Okay, expansion cards. Let's see which. It's a 1 terabyte expansion card. So the price is not amazing, but the idea is very, very cool. Audio port. So it's probably got the TRRS connection. Display port, $9, $19. Oh, first gen. Okay, so they probably have a more expensive but better spec'd version. Ethernet expansion. This makes a lot of sense. If the port doesn't fit in a thin laptop, have the expandable thing and let people use it like this. That makes so much more sense. You still get your thin device, but then you have the option. I'd say this is more convenient than a dongle. So I'm not seeing a standard SD. They do need to really increase their number of options. So this kind of is useful. What you can do for photography is you basically just use the smaller cards, but use the adapters for your cameras. Yeah, so it just uses standard SD. I'm pretty sure they have like community-based development of these things now. These look like official parts. So you can swap the motherboard component, and then they're making custom 3D printed things and to use these pieces. So if you have an old one, you can hook that into another little computer and use it. It's just really, really cool versatility. I really, really do hope this survives and thrives. You can change out the keyboard component, even swap the keycaps. Replacement battery, $50. That's very reasonable. Touchpad could be something that breaks, maybe. Yeah, I did have a laptop or two that had a crappy touchpad after a few years. So it'd be nice to have that option to swap it. Community support, creators and developers. Okay, so someone shared some type of expansion. New expansion cards. Expansion card developer program. So it's a bunch of documentation, CAD templates for those cards. Dual USB-C card mockup. And it thinks of which components could work for this. That's really neat. Let's see what else they've potentially come up with. LTE modem card. I wonder if they'd have challenges with signal. So back to the streaming thing, if you had something like this and it had built-in LTE, that'd be potentially useful, especially if they got into tablets. So you could get I/O connections to the computer if you wanted to control a little robot or something. Serial port, screwdriver. What is that? What? Oh, like a little container. Yeah. I mean, sure. Snack drawer V2. It's going to be a small snack drawer. Oh, man. 100 yen coin. Okay. Oh, 200 yen. So it's got two stacked in there. A sip of water. It's the April 1st thing. So it says May 1st. There were things like this. There was an LGR video recently where he has a huge stack of expansion bays, weird expansion bays. I'll pull up the video. I'm not going to show it, but I'll at least pull up the video. He's going through the build. It's an older Vista era computer. But yeah, definitely check this video out if you're into weird old computer stuff. Yeah, so a bunch of audio meters. This is a especially cool one. Cassette tape. I have one cassette tape left. It's a Ninja Turtles music from their tour. And it was a collaboration with Pizza Hut. That's where I got it as a kid. But I don't have anything to play it, so it'd be nice to have a computer with a cassette player in there for that one use case. Yeah, so this is a decent shot. It's got some audio components. I think he has one where it heats like a cigarette lighter. Yeah, it's this black one. Pretty cool. Random weird stuff. Let's see. Oh, 3 days ago. I'm going to watch this, not now, but Commander X16. So they're 8-bit guys building a retro computer with a bunch of people. They're getting pretty close to releasing it, like the first version of it. I did go to the retro computer thing last year in the Chicago area. Let me pull up that video. And he had a prototype of this. This year, maybe I'll try to deal with the CRT refresh rate thing, but then I have to go full manual and like be much more specific about photos I take. Okay, I was using the 55. I have another lens that I got after this convention. It's a wider angle. It's an old manual lens, so maybe I'll use that. Austin makes some good stuff too. Pretty amusing. He does those things where he buys a bunch of junk and reviews it, like computer builds and things like that. Gamers Nexus makes good stuff. Let's see what they're up to. Secrets of a $182 billion chip maker, AMD. Hardware news 2 days ago. Oh, EVGA. They basically left the GPU market. Ryzen 5 56X3D. This is exclusive to Micro Center in the United States. They have chips that can't be used for the 5800X3D. So it makes sense to have the 56 with the 2 cores disabled and just sell it at a lower price. I think it's a smart move by AMD to use those, obviously, and give the AM4 platform a little bit more life. They make very nice, very good videos, detailed. Definitely check them out. I'm going to call it for now. I should probably start pushing tech news to that YouTube channel to give it a chance. Because I personally enjoy looking up this stuff and reading about it.